Hello travelers, welcome to my travel diary on httravel, where vivid stories from around the world are written through every step. Today, join me in Lebanon, a small country on the Mediterranean coast, where you can ski in the morning, swim in the afternoon, and sip wine next to ancient Roman ruins at night. Not as flashy as Dubai, nor as vibrant as Turkey, Lebanon has a quiet, profound beauty, from majestic mountains to a culture that has experienced many historical ups and downs. In today's video, we will explore the beautiful things that create the attraction of this hidden gem in the heart of the Middle East. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exciting journeys. Now, let's start the trip to Lebanon, where time and emotions resonate together. Located in the eastern Mediterranean, with an area of only about 10,452 square kilometers, Lebanon is one of the smallest countries in the Middle East, but holds a special position, the intersection of Asia, Europe and Africa. Thousands of years ago, this land was the crossroads of the ancient world, where civilizations such as Phoenicia, Rome, Byzantine, and Arabia left their deep mark. This unique geographical location has turned Lebanon into a multicolored land, both bearing the mysterious breath of the East and imbued with the liberal and sophisticated Mediterranean flavor. Unlike many other Arab countries with hot and dry climates, Lebanon has a temperate Mediterranean climate with 4 distinct seasons. Spring is full of flowers and fresh air. Summer is bright with golden sunshine, ideal for coastal activities. Autumn is gentle with red and yellow maple leaves, while winter is covered with white snow on the hillsides, a rare sight in the Middle East. You may encounter strange images, skiing in the morning in Faria, swimming in the afternoon in Bertrand, an experience that only Lebanon can offer. With such a wonderful climate and strategic geographical location, it is no surprise that this land has become the cradle of many great civilizations. And to better understand its origins, let's look back to the Phoenician mark the beginning of Lebanon's great cultural journey. If you want to hear the stories of mankind from the beginning, start from Byblos, where time seems to have never stopped. Located on the Mediterranean coast, the city of Byblos is not only one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, but also a living witness to thousands of years of human civilization. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, Byblos carries within it layers of historical sediments, from ancient limestone temples, Roman fortresses, to winding cobblestone streets leading to the Blue Sea. Byblos was once an important center of the Phoenician civilization, a legendary maritime people known as the inventors of letters. It was from here that the Phoenician alphabet, the predecessor of today's Latin alphabet, was born, then followed the sails across the Mediterranean to spread throughout Europe and the world. Not only were they masters of navigation, the Phoenicians were also renowned for their glassmaking, royal purple dyeing, and international trade, making Byblos a wealthy, thriving city for centuries. Strolling through the ancient ruins of Byblos is like stepping into a memory of humanity. And as the sun sets over the ancient harbor, you'll understand why Lebanon is more than just a destination, it's a journey back to its roots. Now, let's continue exploring Baalbek, a magnificent Roman wonder in the heart of the Middle East. If there is one place that makes you feel small before the greatness of time and human hands, it is Baalbek. Located in the fertile Bekaa Valley, the ancient city of Baalbek is one of the greatest architectural treasures of the ancient world, where every stone slab and every column leaves people stunned by its grandeur and mystery. It stands out with the temples of Jupiter and Bacchus, 2 structures with a scale and construction techniques far beyond the era in which they were built. The Temple of Jupiter, with stone columns over 20 meters high and stone blocks weighing up to hundreds of tons, is considered one of the largest religious structures ever built by the Roman Empire. Next door, the Temple of Bacchus conquers visitors with its exquisite beauty, and almost intact after more than 2 millennia of existence. The delicately carved reliefs, majestic domes, and light filtering through the stone columns make this place look like a mythical theater of the past. UNESCO has recognized Baalbek as a World Heritage Site, not only for its historical value, but also for its ability to evoke strong imagination and emotions in anyone who sets foot there. In the middle of the arid Middle East, Baalbek appears like a symphony of stone, majestic, magnificent, and enchanting. Leaving Baalbek, we will continue our journey through other ancient cities, where the memory of the Mediterranean still whispers in every narrow alley. There are cities that are not only present on the map, but also live in every page of history and human memory, that is Sidon, Tyre, and Tripoli. Each place is a slice of time, reflecting the prosperity and cultural depth of Lebanon, a small country but containing a treasure trove of precious heritage. Sidon and Tyre, two famous port cities from the Phoenician era, were once the busiest commercial centers in the Mediterranean. Tyre, the place that forced Alexander the Great to launch a long siege, still retains Roman vestiges such as ancient theaters, cobblestone streets, and ancient ports, making visitors feel like they are lost in a living page of history. Sidon stands out with its majestic Crusader sea fortress and traditional glass factory, a symbol of the famous craftsmanship of the Phoenicians. Continuing the journey, Tripoli, the second largest city in Lebanon, opens up a world full of medieval Islamic colors. The ancient souks, hammams, mosques, and Mamluk fortresses are like a film reliving a glorious period of Arab culture. Each city is a harmony between past and present, between east and west. And now, leave the coast and enter the sacred mountains, where the soul of Lebanon resides under the canopy of immortal cedar trees. When a tree is featured on a national flag and recorded in the Bible, it is not just a symbol, it is the soul of a people. For the Lebanese, the cedar tree is more than just a plant, it is a source of pride, an enduring symbol of life, faith, and cultural identity. Thousands of years old, cedars were used by ancient civilizations to build temples, warships, and palaces. In the Bible, the Lebanese cedar is praised as a mighty and noble tree, symbolizing strength and longevity. Nestled in the mountains of northern Lebanon, the Cedars of God forest in Shari is one of the oldest remaining cedar forests, and also one of the country's most sacred. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, the forest is a must-see for those seeking spiritual depth and pristine beauty. Walking among the tall and silent ancient trees, you seem to listen to the whispers of history, nature, and faith combined into one. Cedar is not just a tree, it is a living memory of a nation that has experienced ups and downs but never lost its identity. Leaving the sacred old forest, the journey takes us deep into the ground where light, stone, and water combine to create a masterpiece of nature called Jida Grotto. There are places that make you feel like you've stepped into a surreal world. Jida Grotto is one of them. Located not far from Beirut, this limestone cave system is one of the Middle East's most spectacular natural wonders, where time, water, and rock have come together to create a silent masterpiece over millions of years. Jida Grotto consists of 2 cave floors, stretching a total of more than 9 kilometers, with a series of stalactites and stalagmites with strange shapes that confuse the imagination. On the upper floor, visitors can walk on winding trails, admiring rock structures that seem to have come straight out of fairy tale dreams. On the lower floor, there is a completely different experience, a boat trip through a sparkling underground river in the heart of the rock, where all sounds seem to be swallowed up by the mysterious silence. Not only is it a famous tourist destination, Jida Grotto has also been nominated as one of the new 7 natural wonders of the world, a well-deserved honor for the surreal beauty it possesses. Each drop of water falling from the stone arch is like writing the eternal story of Lebanon's nature. When you step out of the underground, glowing with stalactites, you will be embraced by nature in a different way, with the blue and vibrant beaches along the Mediterranean coast waiting ahead. If you have ever dreamed of pristine beaches with clear blue water, where nature still retains its original beauty, Lebanon is a destination not to be missed. The three famous beaches of Betroun, Byblos and Tyre not only attract tourists with their captivating beauty, but also bring exciting experiences amidst the majestic nature of the Mediterranean. The sea water here is so clear that you can see the bottom. The smooth golden sand stretches along the coast, creating a peaceful and quiet scene. In Betroun, you can enjoy kayaking on the calm water, immersing yourself in the vast space of the ocean. Byblos, an ancient city, and also one of the historic seaports, invites you to participate in scuba diving activities, exploring the mysterious beauty under the ocean. Tyre, once a major Phoenician trading center, has beautiful beaches, and is the perfect place to enjoy fresh seafood right on the sand, in the salty air of the sea. With its blue sea, white sand and exciting water sports, this is a paradise for those who love freedom and exploration. Once you have enjoyed all the relaxing moments by the beach, the journey will take you higher into the mountains, where legendary cedar forests await. Do you believe that in just one day, you can both ski on snow-covered slopes and bathe in the warm waters of the Mediterranean? That is one of the unique experiences that Lebanon offers, where you can enjoy two seasons in one day. Faraya Zar and the Cedars, two famous ski resorts in Lebanon, are a winter paradise not to be missed. With ideal snow slopes and majestic mountain landscapes, you will have the opportunity to ski in the cold space, admiring the beautiful scenery of the Lebanese mountain range. What is more interesting is that Lebanon has a special geographical location, where you can easily switch from the ski resorts to an afternoon of sunbathing on the Mediterranean beach. In one day in Lebanon, you will enjoy both sparkling snow and vast blue sea, a rare experience that not every country can offer. So if you're looking for a holiday that combines adventure, relaxation, and unspoiled nature, Lebanon is the place to be. And the magical journey doesn't stop there. Away from the coast and snow-capped mountains, head up into the northern highlands to reach the Qadisha Valley, one of Lebanon's most sacred and mystical lands. Amidst the majestic mountains of Lebanon, there is a valley where time seems to stand still, Qadisha, a sacred land that has preserved the soul of Eastern Christianity for millennia. This is not only a natural beauty, but also the residence of ancient Christian communities, people who came to this land to live in seclusion, keeping their faith amidst the turmoil of the times. Along the steep cliffs and narrow trails, ancient monasteries and caves appear as if carved into the rock, simple, precarious but breathtakingly majestic. Constructions such as the Mar Elisha Monastery, the Kozaya Monastery, or the caves that were once the shelters of ancient hermits, all carry within them a mysterious, quiet and sacred quality that cannot be described in words. Amidst the serene atmosphere of nature, the sound of church bells echoes down the valley like the steady breath of a culture that is still living strongly in every stone, tree branch and stream. The Qadisha Valley is not only a destination for pilgrims, but also a place where those who crave silence and contemplation find peace. Leaving the sacred space of the mountains and forests, the journey will take you to a completely different world, vibrant, youthful and colorful, that is the capital Beirut, known as the Paris of the Middle East. If there is a place that has both a modern Western feel and an Eastern charm, it is Beirut, the vibrant and surprising heart of Lebanon. Dubbed the Paris of the Middle East, the capital Beirut is not only an economic and cultural center but also a symbol of vitality and endless creativity. After years of turmoil, this city has strongly revived like a fiery phoenix, wearing a beauty that is both classic and modern. Walking through the colorful graffiti-filled art streets, you will feel the creative energy surging from young Lebanese artists. Beirut is home to unique museums, such as the Sursuk Museum, or the National Museum of Beirut, preserving the history, art and stories of an entire nation. And if you want to live slowly, you just need to stop by one of the trendy cafes, where locals leisurely sip coffee, read books, chat as if there is no rush in this life. When night falls, Beirut truly comes alive with a vibrant nightlife. Bars, rooftop lounges, and music blare from every corner, transforming the city into an open stage of passion and individuality. Amidst this vibrant atmosphere, a miracle emerges: the way Beirut and Lebanon peacefully preserves religious diversity, creating a tolerant and inclusive society. In a world where religious conflict is still present in many places, Lebanon is a living testament to the possibility of peaceful coexistence between religious diversity. It is hard to believe that there are 18 religions coexisting in a country with an area of less than 11,000 square kilometers. This diversity is not only present in religious life but also permeates the culture and daily activities. Walking on the streets of Beirut or Tripoli, you can easily see a Catholic church next to a mosque, an affirmation that differences are not a barrier, but the foundation of tolerance. From Christmas to Ramadan or Ashura, all religious festivals are respected and celebrated by the community, creating a rare atmosphere of solidarity. It is this spirit of harmony that has created a unique Lebanese identity, where everyone, regardless of religion, still works together to build a humane society. And if you want to feel that spirit of togetherness more deeply, there's nothing better than sitting down at a Lebanese table where Mediterranean and Arabic flavors blend like their communities, rich, intense, and strangely harmonious. Cuisine is a reflection of the soul of a nation, and Lebanon has captivated the world with its unforgettable flavors. Whether in a street stall or a fine dining restaurant, you can find dishes with a strong Mediterranean identity, delicately combined with the Arabic spirit. Hummus, a smooth chickpea cream served with pita bread, or falafel, crispy fried bean balls, rich and attractive. Tabbouleh, with coriander, tomato, onion and lemon juice, is a refreshing symphony of nature. Kibbeh, ground meat mixed with wheat and spices, is both simple and rich. And every morning, there is nothing better than starting the day with a hot manusha topped with za'atar, a traditional herb of this region. Not stopping there, Iraq wine with its characteristic anise flavor, and wines from the Bekaa Valley have helped Lebanon make its mark on the world wine map with its delicate and deep flavors. But Lebanon does not only make people fall in love through taste, it also touches the heart with its melodies, dances and colorful festivals, where art becomes a way of life and identity constantly shines. As music plays amidst ancient ruins, you will understand why art is the eternal soul of Lebanon. Despite the many upheavals in history, the people here have continued to create, nurturing spiritual values through festivals and cultural activities as a way to preserve identity and fuel hope. The Baalbek and Byblos music festivals are two of the region's most prominent art events. Held in the heart of ancient Roman ruins, the performances here are not only entertaining, but also a connection between the past and the present, where Eastern and Western music blend in a legendary space, creating a unique experience for the audience. In addition, Dabka dance, a traditional folk dance, is an indispensable cultural feature in festivals, weddings, or community gatherings. The strong, decisive, and exciting dance moves are like the Lebanese spirit of solidarity, always together, overcoming challenges with optimism and love of life. And it is from these melodies and dances that people can fully understand a nation resilient in the face of adversity, but never ceasing to praise life with all faith and pride. True beauty lies not in the flashy things, but in the way a nation rises from the ruins and turns pain into new life. Lebanon is a living proof of that. Overcoming countless losses due to war, economic crisis, and natural disasters, the Lebanese people did not fall down but chose to stand up, start over, and preserve the flame of national culture as an indispensable part of their daily breath. Today, stepping into Beirut, you will see a city that is constantly changing. From the ruins, creative spaces, art cafes, modern galleries, and vibrant neighborhoods have sprung up as proof of the strong vitality of a nation that never gives up. Young artists, designers and entrepreneurs not only rebuild but also breathe life into every street corner where culture and modernity blend in every touch. Lebanon is more than a country, it is an emotion, a journey from wonder to fascination. From ancient cities like Byblos and Baalbek, to the sun-drenched Mediterranean coast or the sacred cedar forests, each place whispers timeless stories. The cuisine, festivals, people and culture here are not only charming but also touching the hearts of those who have ever set foot there. And only when you actually come, will you understand why Lebanon is known as the hidden gem of the Middle East. If you find this journey interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts. There are many more wonderful destinations waiting, and I will explore them with you in the next videos. Hello travelers! Welcome to my travel diary on httravel, where we explore the most vivid and emotional stories around the world. On this journey, we will visit Iran, a country at the heart of human history and culture. From vast deserts to snow-capped mountains, from splendid ancient architecture to modern urban life, Iran emerges as a colorful picture of resilience, hospitality, and unique cultural identity. This is not just a destination, but a journey to touch timeless values, where tradition and modernity blend, legend and reality go hand in hand. If you love discoveries like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and join me on the first beautiful landscape of Iran. Located at the intersection of the Middle East, Central Asia, and South Asia, Iran possesses a strategic geographical position on the world map. With an area of over 1.6 million square kilometers, it is the second largest country in the Middle East and the 17th largest in the world, home to about 88 million people with deep cultural pride and traditional hospitality. But Iran impresses not only by its scale, but also by its rare historical depth on this planet. Entering Iran is entering a space where the past and the present coexist. The majestic ruins of Persepolis, the capital of the ancient Persian Empire, still stand tall as a testament to a civilization that once made the world admire. In each tile pattern, each curved dome of the mosques or Safavid palaces, we seem to touch history, feeling small among stories that span millennia. But Iran is not just a story of the past. The modern cities are developing strongly, the artistic and technological life is increasingly rich, all reflecting a country that is changing, preserving its roots but constantly reaching for the future. And hidden deep in the heart of each village, each ancient city, are legends, epics that have never been told. Iran is always a land carrying mysteries that make people restless. And then, when leaving the ancient stone pages, we suddenly realize the beauty of Iran lies not only in the depth of history, but also shines in the midst of majestic nature. Let's explore the land of light and darkness, where the landscape of Iran appears like a wild dream in the middle of reality. Iran is not only an epic of history, but also a living masterpiece of nature, where beauty exists in every breath of the earth and sky. Starting from the southeast, the Lut Desert, once recorded as the hottest place in the world, stretches like an endless ocean of sand, with towering sand dunes and ancient lava flows frozen like statues of time. Lut not only has a harsh beauty, but also contains the surreal majesty of pure nature. To the north, the Elburz Mountains rise like a natural wall protecting Iran. On top of Damavand, the roof of Iran, with an altitude of more than 5,600 meters, snow-covered all year round, the blue sky opens up a quiet and magnificent world. Further away, the emerald green waters of the Caspian Sea curve around the foot of the mountains and forests, creating a mysterious natural oasis. Deep in the northern reaches of Iran lie the Hyrcanian forests, ancient forests dating back millions of years, where every step feels like a lost era, and every tree whispers stories that transcend time. While nature has carved beauty with majestic and mysterious lines, Iranians have written a subtle response through art and architecture. From ancient cities to dazzling cathedrals, step into a world where every brick tells a story. Iran, where architecture is memory in shape. If nature has endowed Iran with majestic and wild beauty, the people here have responded with architectural works like eternal symphonies of stone, color and soul. In the middle of the dry, windy land, Persepolis stands tall like an immortal declaration of the ancient Persian Empire. The meticulously carved stone steps, reliefs and pillars here not only demonstrate authority, but also are a testament to the level of art and architectural thinking beyond the times. Going further towards the center of Iran, Isfahan appears like a brilliant architectural gem. Majestic domes, brilliant stained glass windows let the sunlight through, casting shadows on the marble floors, creating a shimmering scene like in a dream. This city is not only a place to live, but also an architectural love song that has lasted for centuries. The Safavid period left a strong mark through the mosques, palaces and squares designed with almost absolute sophistication. Every detail, every decorative motif is a combination of religion, aesthetics and construction techniques to perfection. And then, the art of ceramic tiles, along with the world-famous Persian carpets, are living proof of the patience, meticulousness and artistic soul of the Iranian people. They weave each thread not only by hand, but also by soul. Behind each tile, each carpet is the ever-present beat of tradition. Now, let's listen to Iran come alive through festivals, where culture blends with the rhythm of time in a never-ending dance. In Iran, time is not only measured by the hands of the clock, but also by the festive seasons where traditions and emotions blend into a colorful rhythm of life. Nowruz, the traditional Persian New Year, is one of the oldest festivals in the world that is still celebrated today. On the day of the spring equinox, when nature awakens from its winter slumber, Iranians begin to clean their houses, decorating the half-seen tray with 7 symbols of fertility and prosperity. Nowruz is not simply a new year, but a moment when humans and the earth are reborn together, a festival imbued with the philosophy of life and harmony with nature. Throughout the lands, Iran also attracts tourists with countless unique festivals, from the light parties in the brilliant Lantern Festival, to the works of art carved on the snow and ice of the high mountains, where the cold is also transformed into art. Folk dances, drums, and songs echo from villages to cities, creating a vibrant and emotional harmony. The beliefs and customs of Iran are as diverse as its land, from ancient Zoroastrianism to modern Islam, from Persians to Kurds, Azeri, all together creating a vibrant, colorful cultural picture. And then, behind all the traditions, all the festivals, it is the Iranian people with their gentle eyes and open hearts that make visitors remember forever. Because, not the buildings or the landscapes, but the smiles and stories of the people are the true soul of a country, and Iran will surely touch your heart. What makes people love Iran is not only the landscape or heritage, but the people, warm souls like the early spring sunshine in the arid Lut Desert. Hospitality in Iran is not a social etiquette, but a part of the living culture. Iranians can invite you into their homes after just a few words of conversation, make you a pot of fragrant rose tea, and tell you endless, yet emotional stories. They do not treat you with luxurious material things, but with sincerity, which makes you leave with a heart full of attachment. In every ancient alley or coffee shop in the heart of Tehran, you will encounter a strange mix of lifestyles, traditional scarves mixed with modern fashion, smartphones next to traditional tea samovars. Iranians live between two worlds, cherishing their roots but constantly reaching for the future. Everyday stories in Iran: a taxi driver sharing Hafez's poetry, an old woman selling dried nuts telling stories of war and hope, are all filled with a gentle, profound beauty. There is an unpretentious resilience, a love of life that flows through every word and look. And there is one place where you can feel the heart of an Iranian most clearly: the dining table. Let's explore Iranian cuisine, where each dish is a journey of memories, flavors, and culture. Iran not only captivates visitors with its landscapes and people, but also captivates them with the flavors that emanate from the kitchen, where culture, memories, and art come together. Iran's traditional cuisine is a priceless treasure, with dishes such as kebab, the national culinary symbol, meticulously marinated and grilled over hot coals, or koresh, stews with a rich, sweet, and sour taste, rich in family flavors such as gourmet sabzi or fezanjan. Each dish is a small chapter in the long story of this country. Tachin turmeric rice, grilled crispy on the bottom, fatty in the middle, is a perfect blend of form and flavor. Spices are the highlight that creates the unmistakable identity of Iranian cuisine. Precious saffron dyes each grain of rice yellow, turmeric, cardamom, dried rose, all are skillfully mixed to awaken all the senses. Not only the main course, the traditional tea ceremony and pastries are also unique. Tea is brewed with samovar, strong but light, eaten with sweet baklava, zawalbia, like a peaceful afternoon wrapped in a hot cup of tea. Every meal in Iran is a delicate ritual, where people cherish time, relationships, and traditions. And when the flavors subside, let's look up towards the green domes, the splendid mosques, where the Iranian spirit shines through every brick, line, and belief. In Iran, religion is not just about faith, it is about beauty, art, and the breath of life. The mosques here are architectural masterpieces that leave everyone speechless. The blue dome of the Shah Mosque in Isfahan, the glazed windows that sparkle like broken mirrors of the Nasir al-Mulk Mosque, also known as the Pink Mosque, are all testaments to the meticulousness, intricacy, and masterful aesthetic sense of the ancient Iranians. When the sunlight shines through the stained glass windows, the mosque becomes a magical universe of light and color. Not only architecture, Iran is also the land of sacred pilgrimage sites, such as Mashhad, the resting place of Imam Reza, or Qom, the major center of religious study in the Shia Muslim world. Each place is associated with historical stories, spiritual figures that have deeply influenced culture and life. In particular, although Islam is the state religion, Iran is still home to other religions such as Judaism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism, the ancient religion that was once the soul of the Persian Empire. It is this diversity that has created a colorful community, where differences are respected and harmonized in the common rhythm of life. Leaving the quiet space of the sacred domes, we will encounter another face of Iran, a modern, dynamic urban area rising between the desert and the mountains. Now, let's explore the interesting intersection between the classic and the future in Iranian cities. Iran is not only a land of history and spirituality, but also a place where modern cities light up the future, delicately blending with the ancient beauty of thousands of years. Tehran, the vibrant and colorful capital, is the most vivid symbol of that intersection. From the ancient streets around the traditional bazaar, where the cries of vendors and the aroma of oriental spices still echo, to the skyscrapers, bustling commercial centers, and lush green parks, Tehran is a place where the past and the present coexist harmoniously and vibrantly. People here are busy with the modern work cycle, but do not forget to preserve traditional values, such as enjoying afternoon tea by the sunny window or gathering around the family dinner table on important occasions. Not only Tehran, other cities also contribute to portraying that colorful picture. Shiraz, the city of poetry, ancient wine, and rose gardens, is where the romantic spirit of Iran is preserved. Yaz, the desert capital, stands out with its classic terracotta architecture, smart ancient wind towers, and a resilient lifestyle amidst the harsh heat. Mashhad, the largest pilgrimage center in the country, has a quiet, sacred look, a stop for millions of believers every year. Each place is a separate slice, but they all share the same heartbeat of an Iran that is changing, strongly reaching for the future but still intact in every ancient value. From the bustling urban life, We will now step into the wonderful natural world of Iran, where majestic landscapes and unique travel experiences await those who want to explore further. Iran's nature is a vivid picture, where each terrain tells a magical and enchanting story. Exploring the Iranian desert by jeep brings a sense of endless adventure, like entering an epic of the land and sky. The giant sand dunes of the Lut Desert, recognized by UNESCO as a World Natural Heritage, or httravel, the largest salt desert, roll like golden waves under the burning sun, making visitors feel like they are lost in an unreal world. When the sun sets, the sky changes color and darkness falls. Camping in the middle of the desert becomes a sacred moment, where only the sound of the wind, the moonlight and millions of twinkling stars in the night sky remain, making us feel clearly the smallness and sacredness of humans before the vast universe. For those who are passionate about conquering, the majestic Elbrus and Zagros mountain ranges are a paradise for trekking, climbing, and exploring the wild nature. Mount Damavand, the highest dormant volcano in the Middle East, is not only a symbol of the power of nature, but also a journey that challenges the will and determination of humans. No less fascinating, the Hyrcanian forest, an ancient temperate rainforest ecosystem on the Caspian Sea, offers a fresh, green, and peaceful space, where the sounds of nature echo like an endless symphony. From these amazing natural experiences, we will continue to explore another aspect of Iran, a country of brilliant colors and delicate textures, where art and culture flourish and are full of life. Stepping into the world of Iran, you will be immediately overwhelmed by the explosion of colors and delicate patterns, like a lively symphony of culture and art. The traditional bazaars are the vibrant heart of each city, where each stall is dressed in brilliant colors, from soft, meticulously hand-woven Persian carpets to gorgeous traditional clothes embroidered with elaborate patterns. Each thread, each pattern contains the historical story and soul of the artisan. Not only a place to exchange goods, the bazaar is also a center of cultural activities, a meeting place for people and traditions. Iranian architecture also shows its talent through the intricate patterns on the domes, windows, or the delicate carvings in the palaces and mosques. From jade green ceramic tiles to geometric lines and flowers, all create a harmonious whole that is imbued with national identity. Handicrafts such as ceramics, bronze, and crystal also reflect the Iranian people's relentless creative spirit. But behind that beauty lies a country in constant motion, where every traditional motif is a whisper from the past, and every modern step is an echo of the future. Now, join me as we cross the line between the ancient and the new, to discover a modern Iran resilient, courageous, and full of aspirations. Iran is a country that stands firm amid social and political upheavals, demonstrating the inner strength of a resilient and determined people. In the midst of many changes and challenges, the Iranian people remain optimistic and resilient. Daily life, despite being affected by social and political upheavals, is still filled with constant efforts to build a better future. From ancient alleys to modern urban areas, every Iranian carries within them resilience, the will to overcome difficulties, and the desire for change. In addition, the country is also opening up many opportunities for sustainable development in areas such as industry, science and technology, and tourism. Iran is not only a huge cultural and historical treasure, but also an attractive destination on the world map, attracting the attention of the international community with its new potential and vitality. Amidst these challenges, Iran always shines like a precious gem in the eyes of international friends. Next, let me explore with you how Iran's unique beauty has been recognized and celebrated by the world throughout time. Through the lens of artists, filmmakers, and tourists, Iran emerges as a multicolored picture, blending heroic history and majestic natural beauty. Documentaries, paintings, and works of art have portrayed Iran as not only a country of magnificent architecture or majestic landscapes, but also a place containing the warm and resilient soul of its people. This understanding helps to break down stereotypes, opening the door for the world to see Iran in a more authentic and profound way. Along with that, many international cooperation projects on culture and tourism have been implemented, aiming to promote the unique beauty and rich heritage of Iran to the global public. Cultural festivals, art exhibitions, and cultural exchange programs not only help to enhance exchanges but also promote sustainable tourism, creating conditions for many people to experience and feel the richness of Persian civilization. The mission to introduce Iran is not just a destination, but also a multidimensional, inspiring story of history, people, and culture, which continues to be written every day. And now, when all the colors, sounds, and memories of Iran have woven a complete picture, it is time for us to stop and contemplate the profound and eternal beauty of this legendary land. The beauty of Iran is not only found in its majestic landscapes, magnificent architecture, or breathtaking natural scenery, but also hidden in its simple people, everyday stories, and unique lifestyle. Iran is a mirror reflecting the power of history, art, and culture, and also a symbol of resilience and a spirit of constant innovation. When leaving Iran, what lingers forever is not only the beautiful photos, but also the deep emotions, admiration, and a new love for this mysterious and charming land. Iran is not just a destination, it is an experience to understand, vibrate, and connect. If you feel the same way, don't forget to subscribe to httravel channel, leave a comment, and join us in continuing to explore this magical world. Have you ever dreamed of an island paradise with emerald green seas, endless white sand beaches, and warm, sunny weather all year round? Aruba is a shining jewel in the Caribbean, a rare destination with a wild yet captivating beauty. Located just a few hours by boat from the coast of Venezuela, Aruba is famous for its dry climate, not affected by tropical storms like other islands in the region, making it the perfect choice for a vacation in any season. The island not only fascinates visitors with its stunning nature but also with its diverse culture, friendly people, and unforgettable experiences. If you want to fully explore this magical beauty, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and follow our next journey. Join me on an adventure to discover Aruba, where nature and culture blend together in the most wonderful way. Starting your journey to discover Aruba, the charming island in the heart of the Caribbean Sea, you will admire a majestic and surprisingly different nature. While many tropical islands are covered with humid rainforests, Aruba stands out with a dry, pleasant climate all year round. The golden sunshine is present almost every day, creating a fresh and vibrant atmosphere, a true paradise for those who love the sun and wind. In particular, the nature in Aruba is a multidimensional picture. You can start the morning by walking on the endless white beaches, listening to the sound of the waves and feeling the clear blue sea water caressing your feet. In the afternoon, try driving a jeep through the arid land characterized by sand dunes, cactus rows, and winding red dirt roads between strangely shaped rocks. Not only that, Aruba also owns windswept sand forests, vertical cliffs, and natural stone arches that have been shaped by wind and waves over thousands of years, creating impressive and unique landscapes. Each land is like a world of its own, where you can easily find the perfect combination of wild and peaceful. From the characteristic dvdv tree leaning in the wind to the seabirds and native plants, nature here has a distinct, wild, and pure beauty. After crossing the wild rocky lands and the sun-drenched desert, the sweetest reward that Aruba offers is the breathtakingly beautiful beaches where time seems to stand still to give way to absolute relaxation. The sand here is not only white, but also smooth as silk, gently caressing every step of bare feet. The sea water is so clear that you can see all the way to the bottom, where the sunlight penetrates the water, reflecting the magnificent sky above as if you are swimming between two parallel worlds. Famous beaches such as Eagle Beach, known as one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, impress with the gracefully curved DVDV trees, the symbol of Aruba, always leaning in the wind as a mesmerizing invitation. Palm Beach is more vibrant, a gathering place for enthusiasts of sea sports, yachts, parties and bustling festivals when the afternoon falls. Meanwhile, Baby Beach, with its shallow, calm, and warm waters, is a haven for families and those who want to relax in the gentle Caribbean waters. Whether you choose tranquility or excitement, Aruba offers unforgettable moments. The feeling of immersing yourself in the water is an experience that cannot be fully described, as if all worries are washed away with the waves, leaving only pure peace in the depths of the heart. Once you have had your fill of the dreamy beauty of the beaches on land, try diving deep into the ocean to discover a completely different Aruba, vibrant, mysterious, and enchanting. Under the crystal clear waters is a rich and colorful coral ecosystem. The soft, undulating coral reefs, like living carpets, are home to hundreds of marine species, from colorful parrotfish, slow-moving sea turtles to schools of small fish sparkling in the sunlight through the water. Scuba diving in Aruba is not just a recreational activity, but a journey that opens up another world where humans become humble guests in the midst of magical nature. The feeling of being light when floating in the middle of the ocean, your eyes following every movement of marine life, your ears listening to the sound of bubbles bursting in silence, all create a mesmerizing silence, completely refreshing your mind. In particular, Aruba is also famous for its ancient shipwrecks lying deep under the sea. From the giant Nazi ship Antilla to hurricane-damaged cargo ships, each wreck is a piece of history swallowed by nature. Now home to coral and fish, they form a mysterious natural museum beneath the crystal-clear Caribbean waters. Away from the cool waters and magical blues of the ocean, your journey to discover Aruba now takes you through rugged roads to enter a completely different land, Aracoc National Park, considered the wildest and most sacred heart of the island. This is not only a nature reserve, but also a world full of surprises, with towering mountains, dry, sun-drenched grasslands, and ancient caves hidden between the sky and the earth. Covering nearly 20% of the island, Aracoc is home to unique ecosystems. You can easily encounter DVDV trees growing crookedly in the wind, the endemic Aruban whiptail lizard, and many rare birds in the wild. Rocky trails lead visitors to attractions such as Quadricuri Cave, where light shines through the stone ceiling, creating mysterious light columns on ancient paintings. Nearby is Fontaine Cave, which preserves the traces of the Arawak people, the first inhabitants of the island. The space here is filled with mystery, as if each stone slab contains an ancient story. Aracoc is not only a natural destination but also a cultural treasure, where legends about the spirit of the Rock Mountain, ancient rituals, or sad love stories at the mouth of the deep cave are still whispered by the wind, making you feel like you are stepping into a living history preserved by nature. From the wild heart of Aracoc Park to any corner of the island of Aruba, you will easily come across the image of a strange tree with a curved appearance in one direction, as if bowing to the wind. That is the DVDV tree, a symbol not only of the landscape but also of the spirit of this place. With its artistically twisted trunk and its wide canopy facing southwest, the direction of the year-round wind from the Atlantic Ocean, DVDV is a living testament to the extraordinary adaptability and resilience of Aruba's nature. DVDV is not just an ordinary plant, but also an indispensable part of the island's cultural identity. Since ancient times, the locals have considered the tree as a natural compass, helping them navigate the vast lands without clear landmarks. Therefore, the tree also has a profound symbolic meaning, that no matter how strong the wind blows, people and nature here still know how to adapt and survive. Today, DVDV is present in every aspect of Aruba life, from works of art, tourist icons, to souvenirs that visitors bring back after their journey. Postcards with the tree printed on them, DVD wood-carved bracelets, or simply a photo under the poetic curved canopy, all serve as a testimony that you have set foot and felt the true breath of Aruba. Leaving the wild natural landscapes and the iconic DVD tree swaying in the wind, we enter a completely different world where people have left their most distinct mark on the island, the city of Oranjestad, the vibrant capital of Aruba. This place is like a vivid picture painted with bright colors of houses with Dutch colonial architecture. Red tile roofs, pastel walls, wooden windows and flower balconies all create an appearance that is both charming and Caribbean, making every corner a perfect frame. What is special about Oranjestad is the subtle combination of classic Dutch features and modern breath. The buildings that are over 100 years old are carefully preserved, now becoming art cafes, fashion boutiques or small libraries full of personality. Along the harbor, modern shopping centers like Renaissance Mall are mixed with traditional markets selling local crafts, creating a diverse experience for visitors. Not to be missed are the blue electric trams that run through the city center completely free of charge, taking you past the main attractions without missing any corner. Every weekend, Oranjestad comes alive with street music performances, colorful parades, and a festive atmosphere that lasts from dusk till night. This city is not only the administrative center, but also the cultural heart of Aruba, where the past and present coexist in a vibrant rhythm. Known for its stunning landscapes and colorful architecture, Aruba also captivates visitors with its vibrant, multifaceted culture, which is evident in its festivals and traditions. In particular, Aruba's Carnival is a must-see, where the entire island comes alive with vibrant colors, vibrant sounds and passionate dance moves. This is not only an occasion for people to gather, but also a moment for them to express their cultural pride and solidarity through creative and passionate performances. Music fills every street, from vibrant calypso, energetic soca to gentle and deep reggae melodies, all creating a typical Caribbean harmony. Gorgeous costumes are meticulously decorated with colorful feathers, glittering sequins and elaborate accessories, adding a touch of magic to every graceful dance move. The parade teams not only perform, but also tell cultural and historical stories through each dance and costume. Behind it all, Papiamento culture, the unique language and soul of the Aruba people, is like an invisible thread connecting all generations, conveying historical stories and profound traditional values. It is this subtle blend of traditional and modern elements that has created an Aruba that is both dynamic and preserves its unique cultural roots, making it unforgettable for anyone who has ever set foot here. Following the vibrant and bustling flavors of the festival, Aruba opens up before visitors a rich culinary world, where the flavors of the ocean and the mainland blend wonderfully. The island is famous for its diverse source of fresh seafood, from rich lobster, firm yellowtail tuna, fresh grouper to typical marine animals only found in the Caribbean. Each dish here is not simply a combination of ingredients, but also a story reflecting the history of cultural exchange, creating a unique and distinct culinary identity of Aruba. Aruba cuisine is a delicate blend of sophisticated Dutch style, typical West African spices, the richness of Spanish cuisine, and the pristine freshness of local ingredients. Visitors can easily enjoy traditional dishes such as queixa llena, a fragrant grilled cheese dish filled with chicken, vegetables and rich spices, or cool, fresh ceviche dishes with a mild sour taste prepared right at friendly seaside restaurants. The dining space at coastal restaurants always brings an unforgettable experience. The gentle sunset reflected on the blue water, the murmuring sound of waves, and the lively music echoing everywhere. It is this combination that has created a feast of taste and emotions that makes visitors always want to come back to discover more new flavors of this beautiful island. Under the sky gradually turning into a brilliant purple-orange color, Aruba continues to charm visitors with peaceful and magical moments when the night falls. The sunset on the island's beaches is a colorful picture, when the sun gradually sets below the horizon, dyeing the sky and the sparkling sea a brilliant gold. That gentle light seems to soothe the soul, bringing a feeling of relaxation and sweetness that cannot be found anywhere else. The cool air, mixed with the gentle sound of the waves, creates a harmony of nature, making people's hearts seem to calm down, forgetting all the worries of life. When the night completely covers, the sky of Aruba becomes sparkling with thousands of sparkling stars, illuminating the quiet and peaceful space. The starlight is like precious gems scattered across the night sky, creating an endless sparkling carpet above the head. The sound of the waves and the cool breeze blend gently, giving the feeling of entering a magical world, where nature tells its own fairy tales. The night experiences on this island are truly magical, making visitors feel deeply connected to the earth and themselves, and in that moment, everything becomes strangely serene and complete. Not only famous for its beautiful natural landscape and diverse culture, Aruba also wins people's hearts with its friendly, open-minded people who are always ready to welcome visitors as sincere friends. The warm and friendly personality of the local people creates a friendly atmosphere, making anyone who sets foot on the island feel like coming home. They not only share their pride in their homeland, but also tell meaningful everyday stories about their professions, customs and traditional cultural beauty, thereby helping visitors understand more about the simple but rich life of the people here. The simple life, attached to the sea, the sun, the wind and the harsh nature has forged a resilient spirit in every Aruba resident. They are hard-working people, from fishermen at sea to farmers taking care of the arid land, all working together to protect and preserve the green island. It is this connection that contributes to the lasting beauty of the island, not only through the landscape, but also in every smile, handshake and daily sharing. The indigenous people are the ones who preserve, protect and pass on the cultural and natural values to future generations. With their hospitality and genuine stories from daily life, Aruba is not only a destination to see, but also a place to feel and connect deeply, making each trip an unforgettable experience for every visitor. From the first moments of setting foot on Aruba, you will feel that this is not only a place to relax, but also a paradise for those who love adventure and discovery. With diverse and challenging outdoor activities, Aruba offers visitors unforgettable experiences. Surf on the cool Caribbean waves, feel the power of the ocean when you hold the board firmly in your hand, or try your hand at gentle paddling to immerse yourself in the vast blue sea. In particular, paragliding is the ultimate experience, helping you see the whole island from above. Enjoy the feeling of absolute freedom when the sea breeze blows, bringing unforgettable moments of sublimation. Not only the sea, the mainland of Aruba also has many interesting things to explore. Off-road trips through the arid forests and typical deserts will leave you full of energy and excitement. In addition, the hammerhead shark and colorful coral reef tours are also great opportunities for you to get closer to the mysterious deep-sea world, where vibrant marine life blooms under the clear blue water. These experiences not only stimulate all the senses, but also help you connect deeply with the wild and diverse nature of Aruba, making the journey of discovery more meaningful and memorable. After the vibrant experiences and exciting adventurous moments, Aruba still retains a different beauty, peaceful, wild and mysterious, for those who want to find tranquility in the middle of nature. On this beautiful island, there are little-known beaches, where you can leisurely walk on the smooth white sand, enjoy the feeling of absolute relaxation when the ocean stretches endlessly before your eyes, the gentle sound of waves caressing your soul. Not only that, the trails winding through the forests in Arikok Park and leading to mysterious coves are ideal places for you to explore and immerse yourself in pure nature, away from the noise of modern life. In particular, quiet spaces like this also become ideal destinations for those who love meditation, yoga, or simply looking for balance in their souls. Amidst the chirping of birds, the gentle lapping of waves and the cool breeze, each breath seems to blend into the slow rhythm of life on the island, helping the soul to relax, purify and regenerate new energy. Here, you will clearly feel a deep connection with nature, as if being immersed in the vast embrace of the earth and sky, a precious experience that cannot be found anywhere else. Have you ever felt the magical power of nature inspiring art? On the island of Aruba, the beautiful scenery is not only a gift to the eyes, but also an endless source of inspiration for artists and poets to create emotional and vivid works. The brilliant beaches, arid forests and vast deserts have become familiar themes in paintings, poems, and even special art festivals on the island. Each work of art is like a story about the harmony between humans and nature, reflecting the wild beauty and richness of the living environment here. Art culture in Aruba develops in harmony with nature, creating a creative space with a strong local identity. Exhibitions, performances, and art festivals not only attract a large number of tourists, but also enliven the cultural life of local residents. Artists often organize workshops, share creative experiences, help connect the community, and convey traditional cultural values to the younger generation. Through this, Aruba emerges not only as a beautiful island but also as a vibrant cultural center, where people and nature blend in each work of art, while preserving and promoting the unique values of this land for the future. After a colorful journey of discovery and unforgettable experiences, Aruba, a small island but contains a surprisingly multidimensional and profound beauty. From smooth white sand beaches, clear blue sea water, to arid deserts and unique rich ecosystems, all blend together to create a vivid and enchanting natural picture. Not only does it have wonderful scenery, Aruba also touches the hearts of visitors with the friendliness and hospitality of the people here and its rich culture. The island is not only a tourist destination but also a place for everyone to find peace, feel connected to nature and discover unique experiences. If you love complete and meaningful journeys of discovery, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment sharing your feelings about Aruba. Welcome to httravel, where we explore the most mysterious corners of the planet. Imagine a place nestled in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, thousands of kilometers away from the nearest mainland, where the waves roar and mystery creeps in every wind. That is Nauru, the smallest island nation in the world, only 21 square kilometers, but contains stories that will make you believe. From the richest period thanks to a strange resource, to the harsh challenges that changed the fate of the island, Nauru is a blend of heaven and hell. In this video, we will take you on 6 journeys of discovery, revealing the secrets of Nauru's history, culture, and natural beauty. Are you ready? Click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and join us in the world of this mysterious island. When you're done watching, comment on what shocked you the most. Let's get started. Nauru, also known as the Pleasant Isles by 18th century British sailors, is a tiny speck on the world map. At just 21 square kilometers, Nauru is smaller than a major international airport, making it the 3rd smallest country in the world, after the Vatican and Monaco. Its population of around 10,000 is crammed into a piece of land that you can walk around in a few hours. There is no official capital, but the Yaran district serves as the administrative center, housing the government and parliament. But don't expect a fancy city. Yaran is just a cluster of small houses, a few dusty streets, and a strangely peaceful atmosphere. The name Nauru comes from the indigenous language and means, "I go to the beach," reflecting the ocean-bound lifestyle of the ancient Micronesian and Polynesian people. For thousands of years, they lived in harmony with nature, fishing, growing coconuts, and singing songs to the sea. But Nauru's history has been anything but peaceful. Since its discovery in 1798 by Captain John Fern, the island has undergone dramatic changes, from German colonization to Japanese occupation during World War II to independence in 1968. Each period has left its mark, transforming Nauru into a living history book. What makes Nauru special is its isolation. With no major ports and just a small airport with a handful of flights a week from Brisbane, Australia, Nauru is one of the world's least visited destinations. Only about 200 tourists a year dare to venture here, facing high visa fees, around $50 and a long journey. But those who do make it to Nauru discover a different world, a tight-knit community where people greet each other as family, and a unique culture that is unlike any other. Nauruans are known for their hospitality, offering you a fresh coconut and telling stories about their ancestors. Despite its small size, Nauru was once the center of world attention thanks to a strange resource that changed the fate of the island. It was not gold or diamonds, but something you could hardly imagine. Are you curious about what transformed Nauru from a poor fishing village to the richest country in the world? Comment on the gem and continue to follow to discover. Rewind to the 1970s, when Nauru was not just a small island but a symbol of opulence. At the time, Nauru had a per capita income of $176,000 a year, 3 times that of the United States, the most powerful country at the time. The secret to this wealth? Seagull guano. Yes, you heard right. For thousands of years, seabirds gathered on the island, leaving behind droppings that accumulated, forming phosphate deposits of precious, white gold, that was used as fertilizer for agriculture worldwide. Phosphate turned Nauru into a veritable gold mine. From the 1960s to the 1980s, the island exported millions of tons of phosphate, bringing in billions of dollars. Nauruans lived in unprecedented wealth, no taxes, free healthcare, education, and housing. Families owned luxury cars, traveled the world, and even chartered private jets to go shopping in Paris or Tokyo. The government built hotels, golf courses, and modern schools, turning Nauru into a mini Dubai in the middle of the Pacific. But the dream didn't last. Overexploitation of phosphate mining devastated Nauru's environment beyond repair. More than 80% of the island was excavated, leaving deep craters and vertical limestone pillars that gave the landscape a lunar appearance. By the 1990s, the phosphate mines had run dry, and Nauru's main source of income had disappeared. The economy collapsed, unemployment soared to 80%, and infrastructure fell into disrepair. Nauru went from being a wealthy nation to a poor one, with mounting debt and dependence on foreign aid. Nauru's story is a harrowing lesson in dependence on a single resource. Environmentalists have warned since the 1970s that phosphate mining was unsustainable, but the desire for riches has clouded reason. The consequences have been not only economic, but also cultural and social. Many young people have left the island in search of new opportunities, leaving behind an aging and struggling community. Do you think Nauru can rise from the ashes? Comment white gold to share your opinion. Nauru, though small, is a landscape of contrasts, where the pristine beauty of the Pacific Ocean meets the harsh scars of a mining past. This island is living proof that even in the most difficult circumstances, nature still has a way to shine, inviting souls who love to explore to a unique world that cannot be compared anywhere else. Join us on a journey to see the natural beauty of Nauru, from pristine beaches, vibrant coral reefs, to strange landscapes that look like they belong on another planet. Nauru is surrounded by a string of white sand beaches, where the gentle waves of the Pacific Ocean carry the scent of salt and the whisper of the ocean. Beaches like Annabore Harbor or Gaba Beach are places where you can relax in silence, as they are almost devoid of tourists. Without the luxury resorts or urban noise, these beaches are pure beauty, where you can see locals fishing or children playing in the waves. Especially at sunset, the sky of Nauru is dyed a brilliant orange, creating a romantic scene that anyone will stop to admire. Beneath the clear blue waters surrounding the island lies a vibrant coral world, considered one of the most beautiful in the Western Pacific. With ideal depth and clean sea water, Nauru is a paradise for scuba diving lovers. Colorful tropical fish, from tiny clownfish to giant manta rays, frolic among the strangely shaped coral formations. Some divers have even reported seeing giant sea turtles, swimming lazily like gentle giants of the ocean. Although there are not many professional diving companies, locals are willing to guide tourists to explore the underwater world for only about 20 to 30 Australian dollars for a short dive. In the center of the island, Wada Lagoon is a hidden gem, a rare freshwater lake surrounded by lush coconut palms and tropical shrubs. The lake, known locally as the Green Heart of Nauru, is sacred to indigenous cultures, associated with legends of sea gods. The clear waters of the lake mirror the sky, creating a serene contrast to the aridity of much of the island. It is an ideal place to hike, take photos, or simply meditate, taking in the tranquility of a remote island. But Nauru's nature is more than just beauty. Over 80% of the island has been transformed by phosphate mining, creating a unique yet haunting landscape known as Moonland. Deep craters, towering limestone pillars, and barren land create a surreal picture, as if you're standing on an alien planet. Command Ridge, Nauru's highest point, is where you can take in the contrast: the deep blue ocean on one side, and the scars of its industrial past on the other. The area also holds World War II relics, such as Japanese forts and bunkers, adding another layer of history to the landscape. Despite the devastation, Nauru's natural environment remains resilient. Seabirds, once a source of wealth, still flock to the island, forming white flocks that soar through the skies. Some coastal areas have begun to be restored, with government and international-backed tree planting projects bringing back green. These efforts, however small, are testament to the indomitable spirit of both Nauru's people and its natural environment. Nauru's landscape is a reminder that beauty can exist even in deeply damaged places. It challenges visitors to look beyond the surface, to appreciate the resilience of a small island in a vast ocean. Would you like to visit Nauru's beaches or lakes one day? Comment on nature to share your feelings. Amidst hardship, the Nauruans have maintained a resilient spirit and a unique culture. Descended from Micronesian and Polynesian tribes, they are strikingly beautiful. Their skin is tanned, their hair is long and dark, and their eyes are as deep as the ocean. Nauruan culture is a blend of ancient traditions and influences from the German, Japanese, and British colonial periods, creating an unmistakable identity. One of the most unique traditions is the sport of aerial bird catching. Nauruan men use long ropes, skillfully tossing them into the air to catch passing seabirds. The birds are not harmed, but are kept as pets, carefully cared for in their homes. This tradition is not only a display of skill, but also a symbol of the Nauruan people's connection to nature. It is a reminder that, despite the devastation of the island, the people still cherish what remains. Music and dance are also at the heart of Nauru. Traditional dances, often performed during celebrations such as Independence Day on January 31st, tell stories of the sea, love, and survival. The sound of coconut drums and ancestral chants bring people together. Rugby is king here, with matches attracting hundreds of enthusiastic spectators despite the intense Pacific heat. Nauruans, especially women and young people, have a special curiosity about the outside world. On a small island where everyone knows each other, stories from visitors are a great source of inspiration. Many young people dream of exploring big cities, learning new cultures, and finding opportunities to escape economic hardship. Their hospitality makes any visitor feel at home. Would you like to chat with a Nauruan to hear their stories? Comment culture to share. Nauru is facing one of the world's most serious health crises, the highest obesity rate on the planet. More than 90% of the adult population is classified as overweight or obese, with men consuming an average of 7,500 calories a day, and women around 5,000 calories, double the global recommendation. As a result, more than 40% of the population suffers from type 2 diabetes, and heart disease, and high blood pressure are on the rise at an alarming rate. The root of this crisis is the economic collapse of the phosphate era. As incomes evaporated, Nauru became dependent on imported processed foods, such as canned meat, instant noodles, and soft drinks, cheap but nutritionally poor. The land was devastated by mining, making agriculture virtually non-existent, and importing fresh vegetables expensive. In addition, Nauruan culture once viewed large stature as a symbol of wealth and power, encouraging uncontrolled eating. Nauru's health system, with just one small hospital and a handful of doctors, is struggling to keep up. Many people have to fly to Australia for treatment, costing thousands of dollars. But Nauruans are not standing still. The government, with support from the WHO, has launched health education programs that encourage healthy eating and exercise. A popular activity is the Airport Walk, a 3-mile path around Nauru's airport that has become a place for people to exercise every afternoon. Schools have also started teaching children about nutrition, hoping to change habits from the next generation. The fight is not easy, especially when imported food is still cheaper and more accessible. But the resilience of the Nauruan spirit that has helped them overcome many difficulties is a great source of hope. Do you think Nauru can change its health fate? Comment health to share your opinion. Dare to be one of the few to set foot in the world's least visited country. Nauru isn't easy to get to, but that difficulty makes it worth the trip. To get to Nauru, you'll need to fly via Brisbane, Australia, on Nauru Airlines, the only airline that serves the island, with just a few flights per week. Return tickets from Brisbane cost between $500 to $800, and the journey takes around 4 hours, taking you across endless ocean. Nauru uses the Australian dollar, AUD, as its currency, and English is the common language alongside the native Nauruan language, making communication easy. Be prepared with cash, though, as credit cards are rarely accepted outside of the larger hotels like the Menon Hotel, where a night stay will cost around $120 to $150. Eating out in Nauru isn't cheap due to reliance on imported goods. A simple meal like rice with fish can cost $10 to $15, and a bottle of beer around $7. A visa to enter Nauru costs $50 and is issued at the airport for citizens of many countries, including the US and EU. However, you should check in advance as regulations may change. Getting around the island is easy thanks to its small size. You can rent a motorbike or car for $20 to $50 per day to travel around the 30 kilometers long main road, exploring destinations such as Buada Lagoon, a turquoise lake in the heart of the island, or Command Ridge, a place to preserve relics from World War II. What Nauru lacks in modern amenities, it makes up for in natural beauty and the sincerity of its people. You can scuba dive to see the colorful coral reefs, fish with local fishermen, or join a traditional festival if you visit at the right time. Don't forget to visit Jules on the Deck, a small beach bar where you can enjoy fresh seafood and chat with the locals. Nauru is not a destination for those seeking luxury, but for those who crave the untouched and untold stories. Are you planning a trip to Nauru? Comment, explore, and tell us what you will do when you visit this island. Thank you for joining httravel to explore Nauru, a small island with great stories. From the golden age of phosphate, to the pristine natural beauty, to the resilient spirit of its people, Nauru is proof that even the smallest places can tell big stories. What impressed you the most? Comment on the section name like nature or health and share your feelings. If you want to know more about how to get to Nauru, costs, or other secrets, comment, ask more for us to answer. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next journeys. See you in another strange corner of the world. Welcome to httravel, the soulful traveler, where every journey is a symphony of emotions. Today I invite you to join me in Spain, the land of brilliant sunshine, where music and passion permeate every breath of life. Here, history is not in books but echoes in every paving stone, from Roman heritage, Moorish imprints to the golden age of ocean exploration. Spain is a harmony between tradition and modernity. The burning flamenco in Seville, the surreal architecture of Gaudi rising in the heart of Barcelona. You will feel the soul of this country through the melodious guitar playing with a glass of wine, through the fragrant smell of paella in the Mediterranean sea breeze. Let Spain touch your heart, and don't forget to follow httravel to continue writing magical stories on every road in the world. Dreaming of a place where you can ski in the morning and swim in the afternoon? Spain, located in southwestern Europe and a gateway between the Mediterranean and the Atlantic, boasts a remarkable geographical diversity. From the majestic Pyrenees bordering France to the sun-drenched beaches of the Costa del Sol, the country is a living canvas of nature. Spain's climate is equally diverse, blazing summers in Andalusia, cold winters in the Sierra Nevada, and mild days all year round in the Canary Islands. This diversity makes Spain an ideal destination at any time of year. Explore the olive groves of Castile, see orange blossoms in Valencia, or admire the rugged cliffs of Galicia. The natural beauty here is not only beautiful but also inspires the culture, cuisine, and lifestyle of the people. Each region has its own unique characteristics, from the lush green grasslands of the Basque Country to the unique Tabernas Desert in Almeria. Spain is a place where nature and people come together to create an unmistakable identity. From snow-capped peaks to sun-drenched coastlines, this country is a call to adventurers and nature lovers. To feel the pulse of this country, head to Madrid, the pulsing heart of Spain. Have you ever been to a place where every corner echoes the past, but life moves forward into the future? Madrid, Spain's vibrant capital, is the beating heart of the country, where the past and the future meet. A center of culture, art and politics, Madrid invites you to get lost in the Prado Museum, home to masterpieces by Velázquez and Goya, or admire the magnificent Royal Palace. The Puerta del Sol, the heart of the city, is always bustling with street performers, fragrant tapas bars, and a never-ending rhythm of life. Madrid is the perfect blend of old and new. Ancient streets lead to modern shopping districts, while Retiro Park offers a breather in the heart of the city. This city never sleeps, with late-night flamenco shows and parties that last until dawn. Madridians live life to the fullest, always ready to share a glass of Rioja and an emotional story. Madrid is not just a place to visit, it is a place to immerse yourself in the rhythm of life, feel the passion and vitality of Spain. From world-class museums to bustling bars, Madrid embodies the spirit of modern Spain. Leave Madrid for Barcelona, the city of dreams and creativity. There is a city where dreams are not just in the mind, but are built on every street and every building. Barcelona, the jewel of Catalonia, is a testament to the power of imagination and creativity. Antoni Gaudí transformed the city into a work of art with the unfinished but enchanting Sagrada Familia and the fairy-tale-like Park Güell. Barcelona is a place where art abounds on every street, from colorful murals to museums like the Fundació Joan Miró. The strong spirit of Catalonia is present in the language, cuisine, and vibrant street festivals. La Rambla Boulevard bustles with florists, artists, and cafes, while Barceloneta Beach breathes Mediterranean life with fresh seafood and bright sunshine. Barcelona is a city of freedom, where you can lose yourself in bustling markets or relax under the shade of a palm tree. This is not just a destination, but a place that will ignite your passion and inspire your creativity. Every corner, from Gothic alleys to modern buildings, tells the story of a city that dares to dream big. The journey continues to Andalusia, the land of flamenco and Islamic heritage. There are places that don't just exist on a map, but live in the sounds, colors, and memories of time. Andalusia is one such place. Andalusia, in southern Spain, is where East meets West, creating a unique cultural identity. Granada, with its magnificent Alhambra Palace, is a testament to its vibrant Islamic heritage, where intricate patterns tell of a golden age. Seville, with its Giralda and Plaza de España, bursts with color and festive life. Córdoba, with its mezquita, is a symbol of the fusion of religion and culture. Andalusia is the birthplace of flamenco, where emotions are ignited through every dance move and guitar. Bullfights, while controversial, are an integral part of the culture here. From cobbled streets to gardens filled with the scent of orange blossoms, Andalusia is a living picture of old Spain. Every street corner, every bar breathes history and passion. This is where you can feel the soul of a people who live from the heart and are not afraid to express their emotions. Andalusia invites you to enter a world where past and present blend, where every moment is imbued with emotion. And when the southern sun sets behind the red-tiled roofs, follow the sea breeze to the dazzling sands where Spain reveals a completely different face, filled with freedom and the breath of the Mediterranean. Spain has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, from the dramatic cliffs of the Costa Brava to the sun-drenched Costa del Sol. In Galicia, Playa de los Catedrals is a wild beach where the waves carve out natural masterpieces. Beach culture here is not just about sunbathing or surfing, but about the Mediterranean lifestyle, relaxing, enjoying and sharing. Chiringuitos along the coast serve fresh grilled fish and cold sangria, creating unforgettable moments. Water sports such as diving and kayaking attract adventurous souls, while the coves of Menorca offer tranquility. Each beach tells a story, from the lively parties of Marbella to the peaceful atmosphere of the Costa Blanca. Spain makes every day by the sea a memory, where you feel freedom and joie de vivre. From golden sands to majestic cliffs, Spain's beaches are a haven for all the senses, where you can relax or venture your way through. If you think you've seen it all, head further out to sea to the Balearic and Canary Islands, where sun, music and wildlife blend together in a never-ending natural symphony. Where else can you feel like you've stepped into a sun-kissed dream? The Balearic and Canary Islands are Spain's paradises, where blue seas, white sands and a vibrant pace of life come together. Ibiza, the legendary party island, attracts free spirits with its electronic music and world-famous clubs. Mallorca, with its crystal-clear bays and ancient town of Serra de Tramuntana, is a perfect blend of nature and history. The Canary Islands, like Tenerife or Gran Canaria, have a mild climate all year round, from unique black sand beaches to the majestic Tide National Park. Island culture here is a mix of relaxation and adventure, snorkeling, sunset hikes, or sipping mojitos by the beach. Each island has its own character, but all are imbued with the Spanish spirit, living life to the fullest and enjoying life. This is where you can let your worries slip away, soaking up the sun and the music. From all-night parties to nature trails, these islands promise a life of energy. But Spain doesn't just captivate you with its scenery, it also lights up the entire country with its live fire festivals. When the season rolls around, every street becomes a stage, and you, even a stranger, will be swept up in a dance of endless joy. Spain is a country of crazy, emotional festivals that turn every street into a giant stage. La Tomatina in Bunal turns the streets into a sea of tomatoes, where thousands of people throw fruit to the sound of laughter. Feria de Abril in Sevilla is a symphony of flamenco dresses, white horses and endless dancing. Semana Santa, Easter week, is solemn with emotional religious parades. San Fermin in Pamplona, with its running of the bulls, is a symbol of courage and passion. Each festival has a story, a chance for Spaniards to live life to the fullest and share joy with the world. From small villages to grand squares, Spain is a place where people come together in excitement. These festivals are not just events, but a way for people to celebrate culture and bring their communities together. Every moment of the festival is a reminder to live fully, love fiercely, and enjoy every moment. And of all the sounds that resonate from the heart of this country, none is more intense and emotional than flamenco, the dance that has become the soul of Spain. Have you ever felt your heart beat in sync with every step, as if the music and emotion flowed through you? Flamenco, the soul of Spain, is an art of intense emotion, born in the gypsy streets of Andalusia. It is a combination of music, dance and singing, where every note, every movement tells a story. The dancers in colorful costumes, with burning eyes and graceful hands, transform the stage into a world of joy, pain and passion. The jangling guitars and husky, narrative voices make it impossible to take your eyes off them. Flamenco is not just a performance, it is the way Spaniards express their souls, from the small bars of Seville to the grand theaters of Madrid. Even if you don't understand the lyrics, you can still feel the intense emotion in every beat. Flamenco is an invitation to be true to your heart, to express yourself without fear. This is the art of authenticity, where emotions are sung from the heart and feet. Each dance, each melody is a journey deep into the soul, where you find yourself through the rhythm of Spain. And in this journey of experience, the typical flavors of Spain are indispensable. Let the cuisine of this country continue to conquer you through each dish, each spice. Do you believe that a dish can tell the story of an entire nation in every bite? Spanish cuisine is a symphony of flavors, where each dish is a love letter to life. Paella, a golden seafood rice dish from Valencia, is a symbol of sharing, often cooked in a large pan for the whole family. Tapas, small, creative dishes, encourage you to savor them slowly, sip Rioja wine, and chat late into the night. Jamón ibérico, a fine cured pork, is the pride of the Spanish people, with its melt-in-your-mouth flavor. From cold gazpacho in Andalusia to crispy churros in Madrid, each region offers its own culinary experience. The culture of sharing the table is a reminder of the joy of connection. Enjoying a meal in Spain is not just about eating, but about living slowly, deeply, and beautifully. Every dish, from tortilla española to patatas bravas, is imbued with the Spanish spirit of enjoying life. Here, cuisine is an art of refinement, where spices and emotions blend to create unforgettable memories. From tables filled with love, continue your journey to Spain's UNESCO World Heritage Sites, where timeless treasures preserve the memory of humanity. Have you ever wondered how a single stone or wall can tell a story about humanity? With more than 49 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, Spain is a treasure trove of history and culture. The Alhambra in Granada, with its intricate Islamic motifs, is a symbol of the East-West fusion. Toledo, the city of three religions, carries the heritage of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, though still unfinished, is a masterpiece of world architecture. The Camino de Santiago, a centuries-old pilgrimage route, is a spiritual journey that attracts millions. Each heritage site has a story, from the ancient Roman churches of Avila to the artistic caves of Altamira. Spain not only preserves its history, but also brings it back to life through festivals, museums, and daily life. Walking the cobbled streets of Salamanca, or admiring the frescoes of the Escorial, you will feel the breath of time. These heritages are testament to the creativity and enduring spirit of the Spanish people. Each place is a chapter in the story of humanity, inviting you to explore and feel the depth of history. And among these ancient structures, amid the echoes of history and art, there is something else equally sacred in the Spanish soul: football. More than just a sport, football in Spain is a modern religion, a belief that is closely linked to daily life. Have you ever felt the power of a round ball to change a country? Football in Spain is more than a game, it is a belief, a passion, and an identity. Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, two giants, not only dominate the pitch but are also cultural icons, dividing and uniting millions of fans. El Clásico is an event that the whole world watches, where rivalry becomes art. The Spanish national team, with its legendary tiki-taka style of play, has won the World Cup and the Euros, becoming a source of national pride. The Santiago Bernabéu and Camp Nou stadiums are churches where fans live and breathe every move. Football here is a bridge, turning strangers into friends over beers and cheers in bars. From children playing football in the streets to die-hard fans, football is the heartbeat of Spain, the way they express their pride and unity. Every match is a festival where emotions explode and love for the game is celebrated. When the final whistle blows, do you want to find a peaceful place where time stands still and every street tells a story of the past? Some places in Spain are filled with a quiet beauty, where the pace of life slows down like a melodious song, making all the worries of life seem to disappear. The ancient villages of Spain are hidden gems, where the pace of life is slow and the beauty is timeless. Ronda, perched on a cliff in Andalusia, is a picture of medieval architecture and majestic landscapes. Frigiliana, with its white streets and bright bougainvillea, is a paradise for romantic souls. Albarracin, with its red stone houses and ancient walls, looks like something out of a fairy tale. These villages are beautiful not only for their scenery, but also for the way people preserve their culture, from small festivals to traditional dishes passed down through generations. Walking on the cobblestone streets, you will feel the tranquility and depth of history. This is the place to disconnect from the modern world and find yourself again. Each village has a story, where the past is alive in every stone and the smiles of its people. Spain, through these villages, teaches you to slow down and appreciate the simple things. From quiet villages to passionate people, Spain is not only a country of beauty and history, but also a place where the hearts of people are always burning with passion and life. The Spanish are passionate and enthusiastic, living from the heart and not afraid to express their emotions. They are warm, always ready to buy you a glass of wine and tell colorful stories. From the market vendors in Madrid to the flamenco dancers in Sevilla, they live life to the fullest, proud of their land. Each region, from independent Catalonia to liberal Andalusia, has its own identity, but they all share a love of life. They celebrate with all their might, eat with joy, and love with sincerity. The Spanish don't just live, they inspire you to live truly, deeply, and beautifully. Sitting in a tapas bar, you will see them laughing, singing, and arguing with passion, turning every moment into a memory. They are the soul of Spain, making this country not just a destination but a feeling. From their hospitality to their indomitable spirit, the Spanish are the fire that warms every journey. Spain today is a place where strong traditional values and constant innovation combine to create a vibrant, open, and creative identity. Spain is a symphony of senses where the Mediterranean sun shines, the flamenco guitars sing, and the rich flavors of paella are infused into every breath. From the colorful streets of Barcelona to the picturesque villages of Ronda, this is not just a place to admire, but to deeply feel the soul of a nation that lives by passion. Spain is a land of wild festivals, fiery dances, and meals that last long in laughter. Every piece of architecture, every painting, every football match tells a story of creativity and the will to live. Come here not just to travel, but to immerse yourself, to live truly, to dream, and to love again. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you also feel your heart fluttering before this beauty. The journey is long, and Spain is just the starting point. Together, we will explore the world with all our passion and emotions. Reached out to Africa, India, Brazil, and many other distant lands. Although that era has long since passed, its influence still permeates the language, religion, architecture, and culture. You can see the Manueline cross on many ancient structures. Here, Portuguese in Angola, Mozambique, or Brazil, it is the echo of an empire that once traveled to the four corners of the earth. And from those golden pages of history, let me return to the present, where each city, each street of Portugal continues to tell the story with its own vivid beauty. There are cities that don't need to try to stand out, because their rustic, quiet nature is already an enchanting love song. Lisbon is such a place. The Portuguese capital is neither flashy with modernity nor as fast-paced as other European megacities. Here, you will start your day by climbing the gentle hills, where each ancient stone step takes you through alleys covered with blue azulejos tiles, a typical Portuguese art symbol. The ancient yellow tram clangs through the Alfama neighborhood, the oldest heart of Lisbon, where time seems to have stopped centuries ago. The next stop is the historical structures associated with the glorious era of this country: Belém Tower, a silent sentinel on the banks of the Tagus River, and Geronimo's Monastery, a masterpiece of Manueline architecture where Vasco da Gama prayed before his journey to explore the world. As the afternoon falls, take a stroll through the vast Praça do Comércio Square, where the sea and history meet in absolute serenity. And then at night, in a small cafe hidden somewhere in Alfama, you will sip a cup of hot coffee, silently listening to the soulful singing of a fado, a haunting melody that penetrates every corner of the soul. Leaving Lisbon, we will continue our journey north, where the ancient city of Porto awaits with completely different colors. Nestled on the quiet Douro River, Portugal's second largest city, is like a sad melody resonating between reality and memory. Each wave gently lapping the shore, sparkling under the sunlight, reflects the red-tiled roofs and old walls of the Ribeira Old Town, a UNESCO-recognized World Heritage Site. Here, every step, every window frame carries a story, an indelible mark of time. Spanning the river is the Dom Luís I Bridge, a majestic steel structure designed by Gustave Eiffel's student, connecting the two banks of history and modernity. Strolling on the bridge at sunset, when the sunlight pours gold onto the river's surface, is a romantic yet somber experience, making people feel like they are entering a dream that they do not want to wake up from. On the other side of the bridge, the famous Porto wine cellars lie quietly, where the sweet wine flows in each oak barrel as if preserving the soul of the city. The dim space and the smell of damp wood in the air make time seem to slow down. Enjoying a glass of wine right where it was born, in the quiet space between the sunset, is an unforgettable experience for anyone who has ever set foot here. Porto is not noisy, not ostentatious, but has a quiet and profound charm. It is a place where people can easily find peace, or even themselves, in the small corners of the streets imbued with fairy tales. Goodbye Porto, the city of beautiful, poetic sadness. The next journey will take us to the sunny and windy south, where the Algarve beaches are whispering an invitation. If you've ever dreamed of a seaside paradise where golden cliffs, hidden beaches and pretty fishing villages make for the perfect backdrop, then the Algarve is where your dreams come true. Southern Portugal is a magical land where nature takes on a vibrant color palette, from unusually shaped cliffs to pristine beaches that only the waves can paint. Lagos charms with its quaint harbor and turquoise waters, while Albufeira fascinates with its colorful streets and bustling beach bars. One of the highlights is the Benagel Cave, a natural limestone wonder where light streams through the dome to create a magical scene. The Algarve isn't just for those who love to relax on the beach. Here, you can surf the cool waters of the Atlantic, kayak through mysterious caves, or simply enjoy moments of relaxation in a peaceful and serene space. But Portugal also has another paradise, where a Garden of Eden welcomes you in the middle of the ocean. Join me in discovering Madeira Island, where lush gardens grow between majestic mountains and impressive coastlines. Imagine an enchanting island where majestic mountains embrace the lush green Laurisilva forest, and steep cliffs reveal the power of nature that is Madeira. Known as the jewel of the ocean, Madeira is a paradise with a landscape that changes every moment. The Laurisilva forest, a world natural heritage, with ancient trees covered in endless green, is where you can immerse yourself in a wild and peaceful world. Along the Levada Trail's ancient water channels, you will have the opportunity to explore the winding trails through beautiful landscapes, where the light through the tree canopy creates dreamy pictures. Not only nature, Madeira is also the place of brilliant flower festivals, where thousands of flowers bloom in the vibrant air. And don't forget to enjoy the famous Madeira wine, with a special flavor bearing the mark of this island. Island life is quiet and idyllic, yet full of life, where every moment makes you feel like you are in another world. However, Portugal is not only Madeira. Let's continue our journey to the Azores Islands, where nature is even more pristine and majestic, waiting for us to discover. Do you dare to stand on the crater of a dormant volcano, where nature remains wild and mysterious? The Azores Islands are such a place, where each island possesses the magical beauty of pristine nature. The majestic volcanoes still stand steadfastly in the middle of the ocean, creating spectacular landscapes that are hard to find anywhere else. Here, you will admire the clear blue crater lakes, reflecting the vast sky. In addition, the natural hot springs are an ideal destination to relax and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere, immersed in the tranquility of nature. With mysterious paradises such as San Miguel, Pico, and Terceira, every step on the remote trails will make you feel the majesty of the land and the peaceful sounds of the mountains and forests. This is where you can immerse yourself in nature, explore the trails of ecotourism, or explore the ocean floor through exciting diving trips. The Azores are not only a paradise for those who love a life close to nature, but also a place that contains mysterious stories and unique cultural heritages. Each island has its own unique beauty, not yet fully discovered. However, our journey of discovery does not stop here. Next, we will go to the villages where time seems to stand still, to feel the peaceful and ancient breath of Portugal. If there is any place that makes you feel like you are lost in a fairy tale, it is the time-warp villages of Portugal. Try stepping through the gates of Byblos, a small town nestled within ancient medieval walls. The cobblestone streets, white houses dotted with bougainvillea, and peaceful atmosphere make this place feel like a dream sleeping in the middle of the modern world. You will hear the echoes of the past in every stone, every small step leading up to the wall overlooking the peaceful countryside. Leaving Byblos, we come to Monsaraz, a stone village perched precariously on a hilltop in the Alentejo region. The feeling here is different, both majestic and gentle. Mossy stone walls, winding small roads leading to quiet squares where time seems to breathe very slowly. There is no car horn, only the sound of wind blowing through the old tiled roofs, creating a strangely fairy tale space. And somewhere in the vast Alentejo, white villages appear like poetic dots in the middle of the arid fields. They are not noisy, but full of nostalgia, as if inviting you to sit down and listen to the stories of centuries gone by. From these fairy tale villages, we will step into another world, where unique architectural works tell the history of Portugal through each stone column and arch, from the ornate Manueline to the bold modernism. If there is one way to read Portuguese history without turning a page, it is by looking at their architecture. From ornate structures to bold modern designs, every detail tells a story of the glory days of this once mighty maritime empire. The most representative is the Manueline style, a distinctive architectural style unique to Portugal, which emerged during the Golden Age, the Age of Discovery. With its intricate carvings, rope motifs, shells, and maritime symbols, Manueline is not only a symbol of art but also a declaration of national pride. Buildings like the Belém Tower or the Jerónimos Monastery are not simply relics, but embodiments of a golden age where faith and royalty coexisted. Today, Portugal is constantly renewing itself through contemporary architectural works such as the Vasco da Gama Bridge, one of the longest bridges in Europe, or the Casa de Música in Porto, a unique theater with a groundbreaking geometric design, reflecting unlimited creativity. And if architecture is the soul of this country, then the walls also become living canvases. Join me in the world of Azulejos ceramic tile art, where each wall tells stories through colors and images. Have you ever stood in front of a wall and felt like you were reading a story? In Portugal, Azulejos tiles can do just that. More than just a decorative material, Azulejos are a unique form of storytelling, where history, religion, and even folklore come to life through color and pattern. Since the 15th century, these tiles have become an integral part of Portuguese visual culture, appearing everywhere from palaces, churches, to small houses along the streets. One of the most brilliant examples of this art is the São Bento train station in Porto, where each wall is a page of history. Over 20,000 tiles are arranged to create historical scenes, depicting battles, royal weddings, and everyday life. You not only see, but also seem to hear the stories echoing from the past, through each piece of porcelain that is skillfully and emotionally arranged. Today, modern azulejos not only exist in historical relics, but also infiltrate street art and contemporary architecture. The colorful walls in Lisbon or Porto have become visual symbols of the whole country, reflecting the creative spirit and pride of the local culture. And now, when your eyes are full of color, let your ears listen to another art form full of passion, full of confidences, Fado, the song of restless souls. Born from the ports, the working class, and the lonely hearts of the turbulent times, Fado carries within it a saudade, an emotion that cannot be fully translated into words. It is both nostalgia, regret, and sometimes a vague hope for what has been lost. People do not listen to Fado with their ears, but feel it with their hearts. The soulful voice, the guitar vibrates with every emotion as if telling the stories of sailors, mothers waiting for their children, or travelers in the lonely Lisbon night. The legendary Amalia Rodrigues, the Queen of Fado, has elevated this genre to the status of national soul, and Marisa has brought Fado to the modern world without losing its old soul. Fado does not need a big stage. A small bar in a Lisbon alley, or a quiet square under yellow lights, is enough for the voice to soar, piercing the heart like a gentle knife. It's not just music, it's the Portuguese soul. After being captivated by the soul-filled sounds, let's enter another equally captivating aspect where each dish is a slice of memory, a symphony of the sea, the fire, and the love for life. There is one way to understand the soul of a nation: best taste their food. Portuguese cuisine is not fussy and ornate, but has an unforgettable flavor, just like the people here, sincere, deep, and full of emotion. Start with bacalhau, salted cod, prepared in hundreds of ways, from grilled, fried to stewed with potatoes. The Portuguese believe that bacalhau can be eaten all year round without repeating the same recipe. On the street grill, sardines, fatty sardines, give off a fragrant aroma, reminiscent of bustling summer festivals. A hot bowl of caldo verde kale soup with chorizo sausage, or a heavy francinha sandwich from Porto will make you understand why the Portuguese love dinner so much. Don't miss the sweet world of pastel de nata, a small but enchanting egg tart, with a crispy crust and a creamy filling that melts in your mouth. Queijadas from Sintra or Bolo Rei during Christmas are dishes that are not only for the palate, but also for nurturing family memories and traditions. A meal in Portugal is not just about eating. It is an occasion for conversation, sharing, and slow living, from quaint street-side cafes to cozy family restaurants. Once the flavors have brought you closer to the Portuguese soul, prepare to immerse yourself in a world of vibrant colors and sounds where culture and celebration flourish in everyday life. There are moments in life that make you forget about time, and in Portugal, those are the dreamy, dazzling festivals. Here, festivals are not just events, they are the soul, the identity, the bustling beat of a people who love life, love tradition, and love the brilliant dreams woven with light and sound. In Porto, the Festa de São João night is a miracle. The whole city awakens in the colors of fireworks, cheers, and head-knocking games with rubber hammers. No one is angry, only laughter and affection spread. The Madeira Flower Festival is a gentle love song of nature and people, where each flower float is a living work of art. Braga wears its traditional clothes in solemn and sacred religious processions. Coming to Torres Vedras, you will be drawn into the most humorous and creative world of Carnival, where all boundaries are erased by laughter. These festivals are not only a time to celebrate, but also a profound expression of the Portuguese spirit where joy is considered an essential part of life. And after all that hustle and bustle, let's pause for a moment to discover the deepest thing that makes Portugal beautiful: the people here, simple, warm, and poetic. There is a strange thing about Portugal. The longer you stay, the more you feel like you are slowing down, but you don't miss anything important. The lifestyle here is not noisy, not rushed. The Portuguese live by emotions, by sincere connections, and an open heart. They don't need to say much to express their hospitality, just a cup of hot coffee. A loving nod is enough to make you feel like you have belonged here for a long time. In the peaceful countryside, it is easy to see the image of old people sitting on the porch, their eyes looking far away, as if they are carrying a memory longer than the village road in front of them. They don't live for the hustle and bustle, they live for the connection with the land, with people, and with time. On the contrary, in the heart of cities like Lisbon or Porto, the young people have a sophisticated, modern but still profound style, as if there is always an invisible thread connecting them and the past. Traveling across this country, you will see that seemingly small moments, a gentle smile, a knowing look, a story told over a glass of wine, are what make Portugal leave a deep impression on the traveler's heart. Then you suddenly realize, the journey to Portugal is not only to discover a land, but also a quiet return to yourself. Portugal, a small land but contains timeless beauty, making every moment here precious and memorable. From ancient streets, peaceful villages, to pristine beaches, everything has a beauty that is both familiar and mysterious. The journey to discover Portugal is not just a trip to a destination, but also a journey to find parts of yourself, forgotten memories, simple joys, and sublime moments in life. Coming to Portugal is not to mark a destination, but to find a part that has been forgotten in ourselves, the place where light begins, and the most beautiful memories. Click subscribe to the channel to not miss the next interesting journeys, and don't forget to comment on your experiences or share your thoughts about this wonderful country. Hello travelers, welcome to my travel diary on httravel, where vivid stories from around the world are written through every step. Today, join me in Lebanon, a small country on the Mediterranean coast, where you can ski in the morning, swim in the afternoon, and sip wine next to ancient Roman ruins at night. Not as flashy as Dubai, nor as vibrant as Turkey, Lebanon has a quiet, profound beauty, from majestic mountains to a culture that has experienced many historical ups and downs. In today's video, we will explore the beautiful things that create the attraction of this hidden gem in the heart of the Middle East. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next exciting journeys. Now, let's start the trip to Lebanon, where time and emotions resonate together. Located in the eastern Mediterranean, with an area of only about 10,452 square kilometers, Lebanon is one of the smallest countries in the Middle East, but holds a special position, the intersection of Asia, Europe, and Africa. Thousands of years ago, this land was the crossroads of the ancient world, where civilizations such as Phoenicia, Rome, Byzantine, and Arabia left their deep mark. This unique geographical location has turned Lebanon into a multicolored land, both bearing the mysterious breath of the East and imbued with the liberal and sophisticated Mediterranean flavor. Unlike many other Arab countries with hot and dry climates, Lebanon has a temperate Mediterranean climate with 4 distinct seasons. Spring is full of flowers and fresh air. Summer is bright with golden sunshine, ideal for coastal activities. Autumn is gentle with red and yellow maple leaves, while winter is covered with white snow on the hillsides, a rare sight in the Middle East. You may encounter strange images, skiing in the morning in Faria, swimming in the afternoon in Betround, an experience that only Lebanon can offer. With such a wonderful climate and strategic geographical location, it is no surprise that this land has become the cradle of many great civilizations. And to better understand its origins, let's look back to the Phoenician mark the beginning of Lebanon's great cultural journey. If you want to hear the stories of mankind from the beginning, start from Byblos, where time seems to have never stopped. Located on the Mediterranean coast, the city of Byblos is not only one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, but also a living witness to thousands of years of human civilization. Recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site, Byblos carries within it layers of historical sediments, from ancient limestone temples, Roman fortresses, to winding cobblestone streets leading to the Blue Sea. Byblos was once an important center of the Phoenician civilization, a legendary maritime people known as the inventors of letters. It was from here that the Phoenician alphabet, the predecessor of today's Latin alphabet, was born, then followed the sails across the Mediterranean to spread throughout Europe and the world. Not only were they masters of navigation, the Phoenicians were also renowned for their glassmaking, royal purple dyeing, and international trade, making Byblos a wealthy, thriving city for centuries. Strolling through the ancient ruins of Byblos is like stepping into a memory of humanity. And as the sun sets over the ancient harbor, you'll understand why Lebanon is more than just a destination, it's a journey back to its roots.